Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon. So today we'll cover about some of the basic technology or tools to learn in the latest trend in the Java platform. So as you guys know that in the current market or in the current technology trends, it's changing every other day. So it's very difficult to predict which one to learn or which one will sustain for a long time or which one will fade away. So it's very difficult nowadays because we are in the transformation phase of a technology. So that's why become very difficult now, but still we have a few of the basic things which is definitely we need to learn to be in the market, to upskill yourself, to reskill yourself in terms of a Java platform. So let us see now basically the Java first one. Definitely Java is like you have a latest version around Java 18 now, but you should definitely have at least Java 11 and latest version in your development day-to-day practice, because now we are going to move on the 6 months life cycle of a Java as per the Oracle, so that it will evolve to compete with the other programming language as well. So Java 11 plus is definitely required, and currently available is Java 18 on the 6 months release cycle as per the Oracle. But you have a Java 17 which has a long-term support, which is as per the company. So at least Java 17 you can start using, even if it not, at least Java 11 plus is definitely a mandatory according to a market. So definitely Java is arguably the most used programming languages, as well as definitely a strong base user community as well, and the adaptation in the industry from over the decades, few decades. So definitely Java is leading in that perspective as well. So keep in mind that you should have at least Java 11 plus, 11 or 11 plus in your day-to-day development. Now the second, in terms of architecture or the adaptation of the process, definitely microservice architecture is needed. What you have, so microservice architecture is definitely needed because of the latest trend what we have in terms of development and delivery, because it enables the faster development and delivery process, and allows the independent team to work simultaneously, and you can release in a chunks, so that it will not impact the whole system, everything. So I'll not get into much details into it, because more or less you know about this, but definitely microservice is definitely a must have skill in this current trend. Now we have a Spring Boot. Definitely in Java community, Spring Boot is the now most used or most preferred framework to do a Java development. In terms of microservice as well, it is being used. So because it reduces the development time with lot of auto configurations and production ready applications with a few minimal setup or minimal configurations, because it comes with some default servers as well. Because in normal development, like when you're using a Spring or something else, like you have to configure your server and deploy, do all the load configurations. But in Spring Boot you don't need to do anything. It comes all by default, and you just need to concentrate on your basic logic creation. So everything else will be done by the Spring Boot configuration with a minimal, you have to do a minimal setup over there. So definitely Spring Boot is a must have. And in terms of version control system, or in terms of a tool of a development, so definitely Git and GitHub is required. So definitely it is most used version control system, and it is very easy to use, like your check-ins, your PRs, your reviews, your merge. It has a very fine GUI to use it, very interactive and very simple and readable GUI, which will very easy for the developer to adopt it and use it very commonly. So it can be used as a command line and as well as the GUI as well, because GUI is really good and you can use the make use of the GUI as well. And definitely it has a large user community base as well, and you have a lot of commands and everything. And if you have any issues and everything, you can ask to the community. Git itself will provide you with all the details and everything. So definitely Git is a must have according to me as well now. So definitely you need to learn if you are not on the GitHub. So definitely it is required for that. The next on the containerization, because now, as I said, the technology trends are really changing very fast. Now the deployment process or how the DevOps process is changing the whole software development lifecycle. So in that perspective, Docker is definitely needed. It's a containerized platform, like a PaaS, platform as a service, like it's similar to a software as a service, what we call for software development services. So what it does is, like whatever you develop a software, it will package into some of the packaging applications, then it will deploy into a particular infrastructure. So what it does is like, irrespective of your infrastructure, your code works. So whatever you develop, it just packages, and whatever you have, you can develop in any infrastructure, any type of infrastructure. So that's why we use a Docker for that. So it allows you to develop a built-in fast and test your applications, definitely, because you don't need to spend much time on infrastructure if you change the infrastructure of your application or your software, like one infrastructure to another infrastructure. So you don't need to do much of things, because as long as you have a Docker, so you have there already there. Now with respect to NoSQL databases, definitely you need to have the NoSQL database, because now the trend is moving towards the unstructured data, because everybody data is a gold now. So there will be a lot of unstructured data in whole industry and everything. So definitely you need NoSQL data for that, to store that data and fetch that data. Definitely it has a large volume and everything for unstructured data, and definitely there is a MongoDB and Cassandra are some examples. And the messaging brokers are definitely you needed for the asynchronous communication between the producers and the consumers. Different microservices, different applications, definitely you required for that. So messaging service also or brokers also definitely needed for your applications, which enables the communication, like ActiveMQ, RabbitMQ, and Apache Kafka are some of the basic examples for that. So these are the few definitely must have skills for any Java developer in the current trend. So I hope you guys learn this and master it, and then we will come up with some more tools and technologies in the next videos. Thanks a lot.